Hello, murder fans. Actually, we need a name for people who like this show. What a fan is called, like a murder E or a mazoid or something better than that. Anyway, hey, welcome to the part of the show where we stall. So if people watching this on Twitch have to watch an ad, they don't miss anything. For those of you in the audio podcast world, we apologize. Also, for those of you in the audio podcast world, sorry we didn't have a show last week. We had kind of an internet meltdown, so we couldn't record a new one. The infosphere collapsed in on itself, creating a black hole, sucking all data in from not which even TikTok could escape. I messed up that sentence. Doesn't matter. We keep going. Hey, we also would ask you at some point, maybe now, to go to our YouTube page. We never promote that. We want to give it some love. It's youtube.com/onemanmurdermaze. Go there and subscribe. Do it now. Please? You'll feel good about yourself. I swear. Anyway, I think Twitch is done with its garbage now, so hey, let's start the show. Hello, this is One Man Murder Maze, and with Rikki Simons and Eric Trueheart.
That's me. I'm Rikki.
And I'm also Rikki.
Oh.
No, I'm Eric. Wait a minute. No, hang on. Am I? That is the lamest attempt at like a Christopher Nolan style mindfuck that I've ever done.
Camera.
And we know everything's perfect then. Ricky's camera went out.
Yep,
Everything's on schedule.
Still doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. And we were just talking about Star Trek Online. I don't know if you ever played Star Trek Online, but I was playing it, and
you made a Captain Batman.
Yeah, you see, you can design an alien. You can, when you're designing your character, you have an alien. So I made one with the big ears coming out the back that kind of look like the thing, and then you can design like the face pattern. So like just this part is like, yeah. So like then the rest of it's sort of this midnight blue, and then this part was white. And I basically named him Captain Batman.
But he's an admiral now, right?
Yeah, he started as a lieutenant, and now he's Admiral Batman. So whenever you talk to a character, it just says, welcome, Admiral Batman. We're glad you be here. And, I'll beam down. I'll be in the middle of the Klingon High Council. Say, Admiral Batman, finally you came. Your honor is strong, Admiral Batman. And it's great.
When will anyone have the courage to make that movie? Admiral
Batman?
Yeah. Admiral Batman. It's set in Star Trek universe. Mm-hmm. And they have Harry Potter powers.
Whoa! You've blown my mind. Let's call Scott Snyder.
There's probably a fanfic for that already. I mean, there's people
God,
write.
I'm sure.
No.
Guess what my ship was?
Oh, what was it? The Batmobile? USS Batmobile.
USS Batmobile.
Nice. Now, did you get a lot of rage hate from the other players who were like, my ship is the USS Superflower. I don't know.
No, I didn't. But I'll still tell you what did happen once. Is that when I was playing it early on in the game, there was some like what do they call them? The group missions I had to go on, which apparently you had to do something special as you were shooting up the Borg in order to win some sort of special badge or something.
Borg.
And I didn't know at all, so I was just fucking shit up left and right, and clearly I was messing it up for everybody. And one of the guys in chat said, "Batman, what are you doing?" And somebody else said, "Shut up, man, it's Batman." So let's roll the credits, huh?
Tell me why, I'm still stuck in this place. All the violence, it's just a one-man murder maze. I reappraise my ways, but my favorite place in a blazing haze. And I'll end my days in this one-man murder maze. Let me rephrase. These are the days in a one-man murder maze. Man, murder maze, man, murder maze.
Nice.
We are back. It's good to be back. Last week we had a little internet meltdown, which is behind us.
But you're fine. You survived that blast when your Wi-Fi exploded in your face.
Yeah, and I've had reconstructive surgery.
Yeah, you look good. Yeah,
thanks. A little smoother, a little
the router sticking out the back of your head still.
No, I'm not going to turn more than about this far, because it's unsightly is the word. It's unsightly, but and it causes people a certain amount of discomfort to see the router emerging from my skull.
Well, you just have to wear a hat.
Fragment.
I get you as a hat person.
You're a goddamn genius.
I can't see you as a hat person.
No, I can't see me as a hat person either.
I have seen you wear an entire hippo head, but I have never seen you wear a hat.
This is true. And fortunately, the hippo was long dead.
Right.
No, it wasn't a real hippo head. But hey, everyone, welcome to One Man Murder Maze episode 4. We are back, and we are moving forward. First of all, thanks to Gen Con TV for having us on. Thanks to Marcus, our friend Marcus Maze, best Marvel villain name ever, who's in the booth helping us out tech-wise. And thanks to Derek Gooder, who's making it all happen administratively behind the scenes. I assume he's pulling the strings.
Right. Are you going to do your drink?
Yeah, I'm going to do my drink, and then we'll get to it.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Marcus, can you play the drink theme?
There's no drink theme.
Let's have a drink.
There you go. I made that for you.
You made that yourself?
I made that for you. Yeah.
You made a drink theme?
Yeah.
That's great. Did you play every instrument?
No, I composed sound bites. It's basically just, your average drunk walking down some stairs, drunk, falls downstairs into a horse orchestra,
And that's worth the wait, I think. Yeah, into a horse orchestra. I could tell from the sound that, there was definitely a few stallions and fillies in that accident. So, anyway, I got no horse orchestra jokes because I feel like I can't top just the whole concept of a horse orchestra. There's nowhere to take that. It's just we should just end the show on the horse orchestra. So the drink this week is called the 4 in Hand because it's episode 4. Cute, right? Right? That's not good. Anyway, it's actually from Death and Company, that the swanky ass mixology bar that opened in Brooklyn at the peak of the mixology wave before the plague came and stopped. And it was created by a bartender named Scott Teague. I'm probably mispronouncing his name. He will never see me say this. It doesn't matter. Scott Teague has bigger things to worry about than me. So it's called 4 in Hand. It's got 4 boozes in it. It is 3/4 an ounce of bourbon, 3/4 ounce of apple brandy or Applejack, 1/4 ounce of Jamaican rum, 1/4 ounce of green chartreuse, which if you know cocktails, you know green chartreuse.
I don't.
It's a pain in the ass.
All right.
And 1 teaspoon of cinnamon syrup and a teaspoon of vanilla syrup and garnished with an orange strip. And I have trouble saying the word syrup and twist today. Don't know why. Probably because I haven't started drinking. Anyway, you stir it all up in a thing, again, problems. Haven't started drinking. Stir it all up in a shaker or a cocktail glass and then strain it into a rocks glass and you add a little orange twist and then you drink it and it's very boozy. It is very, very boozy.
It sounds like it has alcohol in it. What color is it?
It's brown.
First,
it's brown.
I usually order drinks by the color.
Do you? What's your favorite color?
I'll have green. Yeah.
There's not a lot of those.
Green drinks?
No, there's not a lot of green drinks. Green stuff is. Do you care?
I don't care. I mean, care. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You're either gonna get like Midori. Midori is green.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Okay. Green chartreuse is obviously green. Absinthe is green. Not real absinthe is not that green, but enough absinthe will green it up for you. That's cool. Right. And then you get into stuff like creme de menthe, which is often dyed green, and that can taste like scope if you're not careful. And then you get that stuff called like sour apple pucker. Anyone who uses sour apple pucker,
if it's got the word pucker in it, forget it.
Yeah, it's just you don't. It's like someone melted a Jolly Rancher into your drink. So if we put all of those in one glass, we could make you something special.
That's good.
Okay.
So that concludes the drink section. Let's go. Let's hear that drink theme again, Marcus.
Here we go.
Let's have a drink.
I'd like to thank Tavisha for helping me on the bottle pouring sound there for the Foley.
I was that. Yeah. Now that I hear it the second time, I had a chance to sort of really dissect it in my head. This time, I hear every element that went in, and it really is a masterpiece. Although the bottle, for me, I thought like, is that someone smoking a bong? Well, no wonder he stumbled into a horse orchestra. And there's the echoey at the end. There's like that echoey of the horse. There's like as though he's being, sucked into hell or something like that.
Instantly becomes a ghost.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe that's how Clyde died.
Maybe. I'll have to ask him.
The story
Did
of
a
Clyde.
drunk stumble into the horse orchestra and kill Clyde? God.
That is now his origin.
So many horse orchestras, so little time. Anyway, should we talk about what happened last time?
Yes. We are picking up where we left off, which is you came to the island of Sventermere Island with your dear friend Jeff.
Yep, this is Horkhauser, for those of you just turning in, the reverse burglar who's also an indentured servant, who someday hopes to punch his uncle in the face.
That's right. It's a noble quest. And Jeff received a psychic distress call from his cousin Ozzy. And you got on a hot air balloon with Jeff, and you guys flew 3 days to Sventermere Island to find his cousin Ozzy. And so far, you guys have landed on the island. You found 2 dead bodies, neither of which were his cousin. One was a muttyn troll male, and the other one was a mock griffin female. They looked pretty messed up. They were lying dead by a river. You were supposed to appease the mushroom god of the river by basically introducing yourselves. And Jeff was kind of cranky, so he did it wrong. And now you were confronted by a fruit-bearing guardian, basically a giant ant that throws apples at you.
Yeah, but by the way, they're like antimatter apples. They're nuclear. You get hit by one. How many D damage? What is it, like 4d8 if you get hit by an apple or something?
They're pretty bad.
68, 22d8.
It's 1000 d8.
That's a lot.
I had to buy a lot of dice for this.
The average out to about 400 points of damage.
Yeah, it's a plus 10 to hit. And it's that's right. That's a different attack. Yeah, it's a plus 10
great.
To hit,
I got that to look forward to.
And it does a minimum it does 4d10 plus 6,
Jeez.
So yeah, it hurts.
Okay, yeah, it hurts.
It's a hurty apple.
That's an apple with a razor blade in it.
You responded by trying to change into your star form, which uses up one of your spell shape-shifting forms. What do you call it? Points. And instead of changing into star form, you became a gelatinous cube because you were cursed by your friend Clyde the horse that night. Because he has to curse you every night. And he thought he was doing you a favor by not making you hear trumpet music every day and ruining your alert feat. So you are now a gelatinous cube. Yeah. Now let me read this to you real quick before we get started. The thing about the forest carpeting the islands of Orb Weaver archipelago of Phaeopion is that the trees are big, very, very big. The giant sequoias of Yosemite seem like nephews to your average-sized forest tree on your average-sized island. The kind of nephews you forget to give birthday gift presents to. And then when they come complaining, you put one hand on their head and they swing at you with arms akimbo. So flying overhead earlier and then landing on the eastern side of the island on the beach, you of course noticed the giant trees, but these types of forests are so common it almost seemed like background noise to you. Okay. So it was the apple trees that you paid most attention to. And you thought, they held your attention because they were so unusual. But now, as a gelatinous cube, you're seeing things differently. You're seeing the Mimsy magic sort of flows through the atmosphere around you. So wait.
So cubes can see magic?
This cube is different because not only are you cursed to become this cube, but you're also affected by the magic of your sword, Distortia, which makes you not only a gelatinous cube, but whenever you shapeshift in anything, an animal, you retain all of your equipment and your clothes. So if you turn into a mouse, you have your cute little mouse outfit, and sword is the same size. So everything changes with you. And so this magic of Distortia and the curse seem to be combining to allow you to see auras of magic that are floating around. So as
around angry apple throwing trees,
as you're trying to dissolve this giant apple tree that tried to grapple you and then realized its folly, you're sort of looking around and going, wow, these trees are very shimmery. I just wanted to tell you that. I thought you'd like it.
I do. Are they shimmery in like a isn't that nice sort of way? Like, if you had them in your backyard.
Yeah, I mean, it's like an iridescent little glow that you didn't notice before that seems to be permeating the world around you.
Oh.
It's Nice.
In the evenings, would I want to maybe unfold a picnic blanket and invite some friends over for wine and cheese and maybe some Martha Stewart's latest recipe?
Only you could see it.
Oh.
Somebody who detects magic might see it, but it's basically
well.
like if the Aurora Borealis like sat down for lunch.
Oh, nice. Well,
yeah.
Fuck my friends if they can't see the shimmery trees. Not inviting them over. Oh, by the way, I have to ask. Since you described so well, I mean, like perfectly encapsulated what happened up to this point, right, from last episode. Do I get an inspiration point now?
You will, yes.
Or do you get one?
No, I'll give it to you.
Okay, that's very kind.
You started. It's just I had these some things to get off my chest.
All right, no, that's fair.
I feel better now.
Yeah, and you made a drink song, so that in itself pretty great.
As to try and make up for the drink song, I am a point.
Well, thank you. And you murdered a horse orchestra for it, so you went the extra mile.
At least now you know Clyde's origin. So I think what happened was we ended on the tree trying to tackle it, and it ended up damaging itself. Now it's stuck in you. So now it's your turn.
Yeah. Did we roll the damage? Did we roll the damage on the tree last time?
We did roll the damage on the tree, and I rolled it because I was controlling the beginning stages of this. But now you are going to control your blobness.
Okay. All right. Cool.
You need a gelatinous cube. Your face sort of floating there. Gelatinous in the middle of the cube.
Right.
Your firefighter's hat is also gelatinous on the top of the head of the cube.
Is there a little gelatinous beard?
Oh, you've got and you've got little gelatinous arms. Little like they're like little Gumby arms, So anyway.
All right. Well, here's what I'm going to do then. So he's inside of me. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes. So since I have engulfed him, for those of you who don't have the stats for the gelatinous cube in front of you, which I'm guessing is half of you. So there's one of the actions a cube does, it engulfs, right?
Yes.
And so now it's already engulfed. The tree is already engulfed.
The tree did it to itself. Yes.
Okay. So basically, so the cube moves up to the speed of the so it can enter a larger, small creature spaces. Whenever the cube enters a creature space, creature for DC 12 dexterity saving throw, blah, blah, blah. We know it failed. Okay. On a failed save, the cube enters the creature's space, which we knew, it entered my space. And the creature takes 10 3d6 acid damage.
Yeah.
I love how by the way, they just give you the numbers and like there's a faction within the wizards now that let's see if we can take all the dice rolling out of Dungeons and Dragons. Let's take that thing that everybody loves and let's say 10 points. You just take 10 points.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're engulfed. Engulfed creature can't breathe, is restrained, and takes 21 or 6d6 acid damage. If you don't feel like rolling, if you hate rolling dice.
Right. We're a rolling team here.
We really are.
We roll with the rolls.
Yes, that's how we do it.
Ooh, that was almost a good stand-up routine right there.
Right?
Yeah, for a really
almost, yeah. That's a tight 5 seconds. And so you'll end up taking 66 acid damage to the start of each turn. So it's not its turn yet.
Yeah.
But when the cube moves, the engulfed creature moves with it, and engulfed creature can try to escape by rolling a DC 12 strength check. So, I mean, there's kind of nothing for me to do now that this thing's in me. I can't really pummel my own cube. I mean, that would be cool.
Right.
Except also my arms are super short. And I go, okay, so here's what I'm going to do, because there's nothing for me to do. So here's what I'm going to do. 2 things. One, I'm going to hold an action. I'm going to set, what is they call that? I'm blanking on when you set a contingency action. The action that
hold an action, yeah.
I'm going to hold an action. In case he escapes, I'm going to engulf him again. That is my action.
All right.
In the meantime, I'm going to use a bonus action to, what's the name of the god in this place?
Oh, let me go back to her.
Actually, okay.
Yes, that's a good question. I was just looking at her stats. The mushroom god here is Freda Corwinda.
Okay.
Who is described as, if you want to hear that again.
Yep.
Okay. She looks like a fairy with arms and legs made of railroad spikes, a torso of an apple, and the head of a rabbit.
How much of that left is fairy? How do I, she have wings and a little skirt? Is that how I know she's a fairy? Because
the fairies in this world tend to be sort of an amalgam of stuff.
And by that you mean a nightmare Frankenstein-like creation.
Sure.
horrifying.
Yeah, because the dreams are important in this world. Your dreams tend to, stitch things together. So,
Would you call it a grotesque portmanteau of a creature?
oh, she's cute. You haven't seen her yet, but you think maybe she might be cute.
Oh, she might be. Okay, maybe she's adorable. All right, anyway. And now I've already forgotten her name, so it doesn't matter. But I'm just going to shout out to Jeff. Jeff!
Your friend Jeff went invisible.
Jeff went invisible. Said, "Stop being invisible and introduce yourself, for crying out loud. I don't know how long I can hold this tree in me." All right.
Conversation. You don't hear anything from Jeff. Okay.
Of course not. Jesus.
I think that the tree is going to take damage twice. Once for your turn, whether or not you are holding your action or not, it's still going to take damage on your turn, and then it takes damage on its turn too.
It says at the beginning of start of each of the cubes' turn, it takes damage.
Oh, okay.
So I guess it takes damage on the beginning of my turn just for being in there. So do you want me to roll that?
Yes, please.
All right. Oh wow, I don't have 10d6. This is going to be great. Oh no, 66 rather. Either way, I don't have 66, but let's do it. Okay, 4 and 6 is 10. Oh, another 5 and 6 is 11. That's 21. And then 3 and 3 is another 6. That's 27 points of damage.
27 points of damage.
Yep. I got the dark green dice and the rainbow dice this time.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, see.
Cool. So he's definitely smoking. He's not looking like he enjoys this process. So he's going to try to escape. He's realized his folly.
Yeah.
And he is trying to pull out here. So
didn't think shit through, did you, tree?
Yeah. And it's strength roll, you said?
Yep, strength roll.
And he rolled a 2.
Nope.
6. Ooh. He hurting?
He hurting.
Yeah.
So my contingency action, I don't need to do nothing because it didn't get out.
It would be, it's just in there struggling. I was going, and you can see it's starting to sizzle. Mm-hmm. You don't see Jeff yet. Jeff has not reappeared wherever Jeff vanished to.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
Could I expel the tree?
You could if you wanted, yeah.
Could I try to, because and is it my turn yet? Or
if the tree is trying to get out,
yeah,
and you are trying to get away from it, yes, it would, I wouldn't even have to roll for that. He would just pop out.
Okay. Okay, so I shout. Is it so? A new round, new turn, I assume.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. I shout. And tell me the name again of the grotesque portmanteau of a fairy.
Freda Corwinda.
Okay, I shout, Freda Forwinda, I spare your guardian if you will spare us. And I squeeze the tree out from between my gelatinous butt cheeks.
Okay. And the tree pops out.
Okay.
And it seems to have stopped its attack for a second. It just sort of stumbles back, trying to get goo off of it, and looks around confused. And then suddenly Jeff appears next to it. Okay. And he puts a hand on the trunk. And he heals the tree.
Oh, you're pulling your dice from your healing
dice. It's my healing dice. So.
Yeah, special healing dice is pretty neat. I don't have any.
He heals it for 6 points of damage.
Oh, big help, Jeff.
But you see, he puts his hand on him. You see this gentle blue glow of magic pass between him and the tree. And the tree, looks startled at first because here's this 7 foot tall muttyn troll suddenly appearing next to him out of the blue, and and puts a hand on him. He assumes violence, but instead this happens instead, and then Jeff says, "I'm very sorry. I was in a bad mood. My name is Jeff." And he says his full name, which is very long, and I won't go into it because I can't find his stats.
No, it's fine. No one cares, Jeff. No one cares about your full name, but I don't say that out loud.
Oh, just for that.
I don't say it out loud.
My name is Jeff. Ruff, the rough, Jeff Ruff. Well, my friends call me Jeff. Very sorry. I hope your guardian's going to be okay, and we don't mean you any harm. And then the guardian stops, and it sort of steps back into the forest. slowly, watching both of you though, and then as
Does
he
it do the thing where it points to like branches at its eyeballs and then points them back at me?
yeah, he does.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's watching you guys though. When this happens, there's a green shimmer in front of the tree as it opens its hands, expands them as far as it can, and then this little lightning ball of electricity appears before it. And then in the middle of that lightning ball, you see the image of Freda Corwinda with her apple body and her railroad spike arms and legs and her rabbit head, and she looks at you.
Is she adorable or is she grotesque? A grotesque portmanteau of a creature.
Yeah. She's pretty grotesque. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
And she looks at you with that one rabbit eye, it does the side eye.
Yeah.
And she says, "I withhold my judgment until the dawn." And then she vanishes. And then the tree walks back into the forest.
Okay. All right.
What would you like to do?
Whew. I would like to. I'd really like to go to Disneyland now that it's reopened. Have you been yet?
No, but I'm afraid if I do go, they'll get confused because it's confusing time, and I'll end up like in the pet center in a cage.
Yeah, you might. Yeah. And you know what? If you even want to get in the Star Wars thing, you got to be like on the app, like while you're in the parking lot, like the moment it goes. And if you don't, you end up in the pet center in a cage. So it's kind of not worth it. But Horkhauser, on the other hand, Horkhauser, I think, turns to Jeff and says, "All right, we have until dawn before we have to go through this horse shit again. Please don't mess it up next time, Jeff. You know how much I care about you." Do you know how much I care about you, Jeff?
He just nods, and then he points to the bodies and says, "When you're no longer a cube, could you help me pay my respects to these two?"
Can I do it as a cube?
I mean, it's kind of cool. I didn't know you had that in you. I was kind of that's a power I haven't seen a druid do before. But I think you might disintegrate them, and that might be something like cannibalism.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy. All right, yeah, no, you're right. So I uncubed myself.
Okay, yeah, you transform back into your human self. There's this squishy sort of sound as you lose your gelatinousness, and there's like a puddle around you now. It's like as you go back to human, and you're a little damp.
Why is magic so imperfect, man? It's just like you'd think I'm all the cube stuff's gone, right? I'm not cube anymore. Nope. There's just enough to remind you of how disgusting and unsettling the whole experience was, which just goes to show magic itself is a dick. Anyway. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a rant like that.
That's all right. No, it's fine.
Okay.
So Jeff's idea basically is he wants to take the bodies and put them on little stretchers that he's got some medical stuff in his tree or in his not tree, his balloon, and he wants to just basically wrap them up and set them aside for now so they're not just being
right shit on by apple trees.
Yeah. Did you want to do anything with the bodies before he does this?
No, I'm not a perv. Jesus. No, I don't want to do anything with the bodies.
This is Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Schlooby-Doo.com, sir.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, Schlooby-Doo.com. Anything goes.
Yeah.
But all right. Yeah, no, I do. Here's what I do. I do want to try to, and maybe this is like an investigation check or something. I do want to try to figure out what what killed these creatures. I know we went into that a little bit last time. But,
yeah.
I mean, and I want to know and I'm going to ask Jeff. I said, Jeff, so what was your cousin here to do anyway? Because I don't want this to, I'm not following Jeff leads on this. I don't really trust him,
right?
To be fully present, for lack of a better word.
He's trying to wrap up the body in sheets, sort of mummy-like of the mutton troll, the deceased mutton troll. And he says that he became a paladin of Svesarissa, the cosmic unicorn.
Okay.
And he just sort of vanished for a long time. We would get like messages from him. He said he had like he had a home, and this home had a sphere of sending, so he could send messages now and then.
Yeah.
And he would send us messages psychically, like he did me.
Only on holidays, probably.
Yeah, mostly on holidays. On the other days when there's Screamy Day, and then there's the other day where we shout on the hill. So he wouldn't really say what he was doing though, but he said his work was very, very important.
Not at all. Wouldn't say anything he was doing.
No, he said he couldn't tell us.
So important and secret. He couldn't tell you what he was doing. Did he say why? Because like no one was, or was he worried about protecting you, or was he more worried that someone, if he found out, someone would be upset?
He said that if people found out what they were doing, they would try to interfere.
In a, interesting, in a moral way, like what they do on shloobidoo.com, or was he just like, I don't say that out loud. I don't say that at all. It's interesting. Okay, well, I don't want to be disrespectful, but we should check these bodies to see how they were killed, so we know. I mean, this is an investigation now. This isn't just a funeral.
Right.
Yeah, which is that a line from Quincy M.E. starring Jack Klugman from the 80s?
It might be, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Roll an investigation for me.
Investigation is not a funeral. That's the best Jack Klugman impersonation. Like, oh, there goes your webcam.
Oh,
here we go.
I missed it.
It's back. Yeah.
Okay.
EOS webcam utility comes up. Who is EOS, by the way? Company is EOS. I've never heard of them.
That's I think that's pronounced like that.
Oh, yeah.
EOS.
He should be a sponsor. Pay us
might be
promotion.
Klingon.
What?
Might be Klingon.
Not enough consonants, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like a punch at the end or something.
Yeah. Your tongue,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of vowels. All right, I'm going to roll investigation.
Which in Klingon means your camera is stupid and I will take your picture.
Right. Okay. Well, I rolled an 8. Which,
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're just sort of like, maybe it's because you're a little put off by these corpses because they've been here for a couple of days. But before you can find anything, Jeff basically just he does the search. He doesn't really find anything on them at all. In fact, it looks like they've been removed of any of their effects. Like he finds pouches that are empty and bags. One of them is empty. One of them has a scabbard for a short sword, but it's empty. But mostly it's just their wounds are apparent. Their clothes are torn. Their armor is banged up. You do find in some of the armor is actually very beautiful. It's very ornate.
Ooh.
A lot of detail has been put into it, and there are some symbols of unicorns etched into the armor.
And he was a unicorn. He was a unicorn paladin, if I recall correctly.
Yes. Yeah. This unicorn named Svesarissa.
So hang on, I'm gonna make a little leap here and say that these were also paladins of Svesarissa. Is that how you pronounce it?
It seems possible to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Jeff agrees with that. He says, "Yeah, look, they got the stuff."
Yeah.
Yeah, it is hard armor. It is plate armor.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Intriguing, even
armor that they have remaining. Most of one of them has like a shoulder pad left, and another one has like half of a chest plate.
So does it look like the bodies have been looted, basically? Like, oh, I'm going to take this weapon. I'm going to take this.
It looks like yes. All of their weapons were removed at one point, but you don't know if that was before or after they died.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, that's all we're going to get out of them. There's nothing valuable for me to pocket. You know what? I'm not going to loot these bodies. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Out of respect. Definitely not the muttyn troll. The other guy, I don't know. Who gives a shit? But
Jeff asked you if you can help him take them down to the beach.
Yeah, I do. We help. We
he could do the muttyn troll because it's huge like him, but you'll probably need help with the mock griffin because they're about human size.
All right. Can I just swing him over my shoulder and carry him?
Sure. Yeah, you do that. Yeah, that's.
Is the corpse farting like in that Daniel Radcliffe movie?
Yes, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Every step you take is.
Yeah. Well,
You try going slower. Yeah, but you make it back to the beach. You make it back to the beach where the balloon is anchored, and it's you guys landed towards the evening, so it'd probably be dark soon. See that one of the thing is the effect of that shimmer hasn't gone away, so everything's looking still a little bit weird right now to you. So you're sort of just reflecting on that sort of right now. So you are down on the beach. You can see from here. You can see behind you. You're standing on the beach. You can see behind you is the balloon that you arrived on. The house that is attached below it. The wind spirit is still cranking away, even though the balloon is parked. In front of you, when you turn, you can see the gigantic forest with the apple trees that you just came from. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
To your left, you now notice that there's a lot of debris on a lot of these beaches because all of the Orb Weaver archipelago are islands. So stuff is washing up everywhere. So you notice that there's a giant wood pile on to the left of you, probably about 300 feet away.
On the beach, just sitting there on the beach?
Yes, huge wood pile. Seems to be towering about 20 feet high.
Jesus. And it looks like it was clearly stacked that way. It was not, not like it.
Not stacked, but just washed ashore, like flotsam.
So it's not like, that doesn't look deliberate. It's not like a person came by and said, whoa, I got a whole fuck ton of wood. Let's put it here.
And then when I say wood, I don't mean chopped wood. I mean like trees that fell and have washed ashore, like whole, trees that became lumber because they are dead.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh. And is it I feel like I could ask you a lot of questions about this wood pile. Like, does it look natural? Does it giving off any kind of
it's hard to tell from this distance. There is a little more shimmer by the wood pile.
I feel like maybe I should just go to the damn wood pile and look at it. That might be the best course of action.
You could just walk off into the ocean and drown yourself right now if you want. This is D&D. You can do anything you want. This
All right,
magic
give me a
is all
second.
yours.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open a small sandwich shop.
All right.
Gonna do that right here.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I say, Jeff, love you, but I think I found my calling, and I think it's sandwiches. I'm gonna open a small sandwich shop right here. I love the view.
You can be like Arthur Dent in the Fifth Hitchhiker's Guide.
That's right. He becomes the village
sandwich maker.
The village sandwich maker, if I recall correctly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll just gonna, and people will come for miles for my sandwiches, not because they're good, but because they think they're good.
Jeff has packed away the bodies, very securely. He looks up and says, well, you're going to need to put together a business plan because, most businesses fail within the first year.
Yeah, you're right. And restaurants particularly. And what I've heard, there's no reason for a restaurant to fail if people are just willing to work the numbers properly.
Are you going to be able to get the tourist trade or something?
Here's my thing. I'm going to plan an aggressive advertising campaign, maybe explore social media. And I think also on top of it, I know social media in our world is a little bit, I'll say the word. I'll say rickety. That's not really quite, but I feel like though there's being a real demand, and I think this is going to be. Hang on. I'm just going to look at the wood pile. This is getting way complicated.
Jeff goes back to his business.
All right, I'm just going to go look at the wood pile. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Give me a perception roll.
No. Oh, right. Yes. Sorry, I don't know what I thought you were asking for. I got a 6 plus 7 because I'm particularly perceptive is 13, which ain't great, but above average. I'm above average.
You wander near the lumbering pile of wood that is washed up with the flotsam at the edge of the shore. And this flotsam is huge, some pieces of wood towering 20 feet over you. Originally, you assumed this was just driftwood from another island's giant forest. Looking closer, though, you see a face, huge, wooden, like a carved totem. Then you see another face, 3 in all. You realize this is a pile of dead swimming trees. another kind of int, which you are familiar with because you traveled on one after your first adventure.
Yeah, I traveled on the swimming tree. The swimming trees are actually really awesome. They're like the best cruise ships ever. But these are dead?
These are dead, and there appear to be signs of wrecked treehouse as well.
Oh, no. And there's a lot of them here. Now,
at least 3, yeah. You can see 3 faces in the pile.
So this massive pile is actually at least three wrecked trees.
Yeah.
And how unlikely that they would wreck in the exact same place. It seems like they may have wrecked and somebody dragged them here. Is there any evidence of person, or is it just like this could be where they just all washed up?
Give me an investigation check.
No. Yes.
Please.
Okay.
Pretty please.
I'm being a dick. I really am.
No. Because if you fail this one, you are going to open a sandwich shop. That's the new path.
Oh, fuck. I better roll good on this. I'm going to roll. I don't like the way this rainbow die has been rolling. I'm going to use the jade die now.
Dark die. This is a dark die.
Dark die. Come on. You got to roll good. 13. I only rolled above average.
Wow. You're pretty close to these things. So upon closer inspection, you can tell the trees died probably from disease, as their trunks show sign of there's these holes. Actually, you know what? This would be a nature check. So give me more information.
I'm a druid.
Yeah.
But my intelligence is still only the same. Now, here's a question. Could I use my wisdom bonus on this? Is this something I would have seen before? Because, instead of the intelligence bonus on my nature check?
Intelligence has to do with information accumulated and processed, whereas wisdom has to do with your feelings on things, I believe.
Yeah, and sort of the amalgamation. So if I do use my wisdom bonus, and I know in the new Tasha's book that there's contingencies for letting you. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not in Natasha's book. I'm making that up. Or maybe it is, and I haven't read it yet. I know someone who's way more up on this stuff than I is that there are certain situations that you can use your different characteristic stats for things.
Give me the nature one first.
Well, I got to make the rolling. Why don't I just make the damn roll again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, tough guy.
Well, I rolled a natural 19. So all my hemming and hawing ain't worth a bowl of beans.
You've seen this sort of thing before.
But
You have seen this thing before. This is a sign of giant insects having burrowed their eggs into trees and then been born and burrowed their way out.
Oh man.
Yeah, but these insects are huge.
Nature is fucked up.
Yeah.
Like in real life, just insects live in trees and they burrow around. But when the trees have personalities, then it becomes horrifying.
Sucks. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. What a horrible way to die with bugs crawling out of your bark.
Yeah. In fact, this check was so good that you now notice that the faces of the trees look like they died in agony.
This is just like horror on top of horror. Like, not only are there these 2 dead muttyn trolls who were there, and Ozzy is screamed for help, and now this is like total Quincy M.E. shit. This is totally, but meets Green Thumb, some sort of Oh my God, these trees were murdered from the inside, Sam. It's just the body was found in a freshwater lake, but the lungs were full of salt water. It's exactly that, and this is man. All right, well, I'm gonna start poking through the wreckage to see if I can find anything among like the wrecked tree houses. Even if there's maybe some good shit to loot. I'm embarrassed to say that, but maybe not embarrassed. Is there any? These had onboard restaurants, liquor cabinets, things like that.
You do find some.
I'm not proud.
Contraband. You find some whiskey. You find a couple bottles of whiskey. You do find like there was a whiskey cabinet on one of them. Most of the bottles are broken. You do find 2 that are okay.
All right, well, I better add that to my equipment.
You find pieces of a bed. You find pieces of the steering apparatus, which is basically was like one of those tubes you call into. The pilot would like call down to the tree and tell them what direction to go.
Okay.
And mostly though, you don't find anything other than those 2 bottles of booze. This looks like it may have been a merchant vessel of some kind. There is also some evidence to show that it may have been a not run by humans or humanoid. It may have been. There's a centaur race in Phaeopion, known as the Vorpal deer.
The Vorpadeer?
The Vorpal deer.
Okay.
They are about 5 feet tall. They are
Okay.
very lithe. They are more deer and fawn-like than they are horse-like. Very
Okay.
thin, very frail. Give me another intelligence check.
All right.
Vorpal deer.
Vorpadeer. Oh, not so much. I only got a 6, so I don't think I know much
you're
about
not
the
really
Vorpadeer.
sure. You've never met one. I mean, well, you did meet one briefly. It was sort of like one of the people escaping from Mata Mata's restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't interact with the person at all. They just were like running from all the chaos that was going on.
Okay.
But they're very solitary species. When basically the lore behind them is that when the humans, when the humans took over Frog March Greenport, the castle, and won it back from the bad fairy folk and the hobgoblins who were enslaving them magically.
Mm-hmm.
There were 4 species that came to human aid, and one of them was muttyn troll, one of them was mock griffin, Midal fawn, and then the 4th one was the vorpal deer. And that's why they're all part of the union that makes up the intelligent species of this world. So
Got it.
ally, but you don't see them that much, and for some reason they don't leave their main island very often.
Okay.
But you do see a lot of stuff here that looks like vorpal deer stuff. Like the bed is not a human bed. It looks longer and stranger. And, things like that.
This is getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
All right. And that they all seem to be. Do they all seem to be Vorpadeer? Like, does it seem like these were crewed by Vorpadeer, or there were just a few? These seems like they were all of these were like Vorpadeer.
It's hard to tell. At least there was at least one. There was at least one here, and then may have been in command or something.
Interesting.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna speculate here, hang on a minute. I'm gonna speculate something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say all 3 of these trees came to this island and were attacked by bugs and died here. And I'm gonna say that the Vorpadeer were all onboard entertainment. They were magicians or comedians. Okay.
That tracks with you because you don't know anything about their personality.
That's right. And I think now stay with me on this. Okay, so they came to the island, and rather than introducing themselves, the comedian / magician Vorpadeer decided they would do an act in order to translate. And let's face it, onboard cruise comedians,
right?
That's a crapshoot. Sometimes they're great, sometimes not. But you add magician into that is a bigger crapshoot. Now add into that like a deer-like centaur creature, and forget it, right? I mean, they're doomed.
Right, yeah.
And so the island took revenge on these trees for being bad comedians.
You know who's a really good magician? Gary Gygax.
You're right, actually. Oh my God. That reminds me. That reminds me of the time. Marcus, it might be time for Gygax facts. Do we have the
Gygax facts? Time for fact about Gary Gygax. It is time for Gygax facts.
Okay.
What do you know about his time as a magician?
I don't know if you know this, but Gary Gygax once got into a magic fight with Doug Henning.
Really?
Yes. And Doug Henning. I don't know if you know. If you're at home right now, Google up Doug Henning. Also, if you're at home now, you should go to our YouTube site, YouTube/One Murder Mason. Subscribe. We need subscribers. But if otherwise, Google up Doug Henning. And
Isn't he the guy wizard though.
Oh well, let's face it. He was obviously, and all that thing with the mustache and the rainbow cape, then the big frizzy hair. That was a front. Because who would think that guy was a real wizard?
Yeah.
Look at him. He's ridiculous.
Actually.
Yeah, he's a joke. But, I mean, who would suspect that was an actual necromancer who could summon the dead?
Yeah.
Right. So, you want to know who suspected?
Who?
Gary Gygax.
Oh,
because nothing gets by Gygax, right?
Yeah.
Right. And he knows how a necromancer is going to function in the modern world. He knows. He's fucking Gygax. So, here's the deal. So, Gygax tracked a series of murders near the Magic Castle in Hollywood, and he knew it was Doug fucking Henning who was murdering people, taking their bodies, reanimating their corpses, and building an army of zombies to eventually take over the world. Now, funny side note, each of the army of zombies had a little rainbow cape on, like Doug Henning himself.
So bad,
I know, right? I mean, that's kind of cool. Like, I mean, not cool, not like badass cool, but kind of like, oh, look, here come the zombies in the rainbow capes. Like, this is kind of, So Gygax knew, right? He knew, and he knew the only way to confront him was to challenge him on stage to a magic fight. Mm-hmm. Because here's why. Because Gygax knew if he beat him in public so soundly that that would be like laying the law down. That would be a public declaration of threat, and that he was his way of telling Gygax that his way of telling Doug Henning that you don't dare make a move under Gygax's watch. So during
I heard a motorcycle. I heard a motorcycle behind you.
Behind me?
Might
right
be
now?
Doug. Yeah.
It might be Doug Henning.
I heard a motorcycle go by really fast, and I think it might be Doug Henning coming to your house.
All right, I said too much. Let's wrap this up. Marcus, just wrap it up, please.
Gygax facts.
Pretend we never had this.
You're standing there and you're wondering about the everything that you found here, the swimming trees and the information on what you know about the vorpal deer, and that there may be evidence that one was here, and the insect that may have burrowed out, and all this is mulling all this over. And then suddenly you notice Jeff has left the bodies, and he's wandered back over to the tree line, and he's waving his hands around, and he's looks like he's cast something near some of the closer trees, the tree line, and he's just sort of walking the perimeter, and you can see this aura around him. And as he passes, the aura is sort of lighting up certain areas of the forest.
Interesting. All right, I'm gonna go over there to Jeff to see what he's doing, and I'm gonna film and say, Jeff, what's going on? By the way, there's a whole stack of broken swimming trees over there.
It was just, if I were filming this scene, if I were a director, you would see him do this, and you would start off at the beach. And I would spend like a whole minute of you walking across the beach to get to him. Because beaches are long. It's like,
yeah.
And it would be filmed from Jeff's perspective, and you would just be walking,
slowly walking
the whole time. Yeah. And when you finally
if it's all Jeff's POV, does he occasionally get bored, like look back at the forest, and like look down at his shoes,
Yeah, he ties his shoe at one point.
Yeah. Just waiting for Horkhauser to walk the full minute up there.
Oh, he hasn't noticed you. Yeah.
Okay. It's like that scene in Lawrence of Arabia when he crosses the desert, and like the sequence just takes forever on screen to really make you feel about, wow, crossing the desert really sucks. Yeah. Anyway, if I wish I had known, I would have gone to the bathroom during this moment. Yeah.
As you walk up to him, you notice that the areas of the forest that he is pinging with whatever this magic is have like little bloop, 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 little lights here and there floating around.
Oh. I said, Jeff, what's going on here?
I cast detect magic, and trying to get his voice again, since he's not sad anymore. He's just back to regular old Jeff.
Yeah.
I cast detect magic, and usually, it lets me see like a little aura. But you can't see it because you're, whatever.
I can see it.
What?
I can see it.
What?
I can see magic.
Whoa!
Right now.
Oh, you're full of surprises.
Yeah, I'm as surprised as you. Ever since I turned into a cube, I can see magic.
Oh, that was normal for you?
Well, I mean, that's all. I leave it at that.
I'm saying I'm getting pretty impressed by some of your skills here. Anyways, I cast detect magic, and I'm getting some weird stuff on the forest. I mean, it's a magic forest already, but you see those birch trees?
Yeah.
And he points to there's a line of trees before the apple grove begins, and before the giant trees begin, the Sequoia style trees. You see a line of birch trees, similar to the kind that are in the grove when you go into your pipe. And you notice that even though it is the right time of year to be full and leafy, they are just empty of leaves, except for one tree in the middle of them that has one fresh green leaf growing at the top. And from that leaf, you see the brightest glow of some sort of magic. And Jeff is staring and says, looks like celestial magic.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean like celestial, like beings from the celestial planes?
Yeah.
All right. Let's look at that leaf then. Let's get in and look at that leaf.
All right.
Are we in danger?
I know you don't see any danger. It's getting towards the nighttime. Looks like you probably got about another 20 minutes before the sun goes down.
Okay.
So you guys walk up to the tree, and it's very tall. So having trouble getting up there yourself, unless you want to. Jeff says, I can get it if you want.
Yeah. Why don't you? I would. Yeah. I would totally get that, Jeff. But I'm okay. Yeah, why don't you get it?
Jeff has this gigantic leaf attached to his belt. It's like he has this utility belt, and part of that belt is this gigantic leaf. So he takes the leaf off and says, "Here we go." And he puts the leaf over his head like it's an umbrella, and he suddenly becomes very light, and he just does this dainty little, sort of like kung fu movie wire dance up into the air, and lands daintily on top of the tree. And he reaches down, he plucks the leaf. There's a little bit of resistance, like it's resisting at first, and he pulls it, and then he steps back down lightly and puts the leaf back on his belt.
Huh. Yeah. So wow, that was pretty graceful for a 8 foot tall, just ridiculous beast.
And he hands you the leaf and says, "You're more druidy than I am. So what do you think of this?"
All right, I take the leaf. Am I have to roll another check here? I better roll a nature check, right? Or do I just know it because I'm a druid?
Go ahead and roll a nature check, yes.
All right. This die has been working really well for me, and I'm just worried. I'm worried that, Oh, I rolled another natural 19.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
This is the die of the... and I push it at the camera, and it does not figure the focus out, and all you see is a big blur. Yeah. Thank you, Sony.
This is a birch tree leaf, sort of... concave in shape, almost like a taco shell, the way it's folded, or a boat. But the thing about this leaf is that it is glowing hot with celestial magic through this vision that you have.
Is it a leaf boat?
It looks like somebody could have folded a leaf boat.
I bet it's a magic leaf boat.
Oh,
I'm just guessing, but I'm saying I love me the magic leaf boats.
It could be a magic taco shell too.
Oh, I love tacos too. I don't know which I love more, leaf boats or leaf tacos. Depends on whether I need to cross a river or if I'm hungry. What do you say? Or, okay. If I need to cross a river, but there's a taco shop on the other side of the river, right, then I only need the boat because I can buy tacos when I get to the other side.
What would you like to do with this leaf?
What?
What would you like to do?
I don't understand the question.
What? You're holding a leaf. It seems to be magical. You've got all these thoughts racing through your head.
Yeah.
Which thought would you like to act on?
Oh, that's a very Buddhist question. Say to Jeff, I think this leaf might be a magic boat.
For what? Mice?
For what, mice? No. I bet in magic. I bet it gets. I don't know why I'm thinking this. I feel like I've seen this in some other place. But I just if I got a super magic leaf and it's the shape of a boat, my thinking is maybe there's something going on here. So how far are we from that river?
She just sort of slowly points that way, about 200, 300 feet.
Let's go.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna walk over to the river. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
And but I'm gonna say all right, leaf. Suppose I ought to cast identify, right? Maybe I ought to do that instead of just fucking off. Kind of feeling like maybe I'm about to just throw a leaf into the river and go, hey, leaf, magic it, pal. Just do it. Let's just do it.
What would Horkhauser do?
Horkhauser would throw that leaf in the river and go, here we go. Magic it. Woo!
Okay, you walk to the river.
Yeah.
All signs of your previous combat, and the recent disturbance seem to have gone away.
Mhm.
And you toss it into. You place it gently, or do you toss it?
I'm going to place it gently in case I have to grab it out of the river when nothing happens.
Nothing happens, and it starts to go down the river very rapidly.
All right, I got to grab it. I grab it out of the river.
And Jeff's all, well, that was interesting. Is that what you expected?
Nope. I'm going to cast Identify.
Okay, well, let's go do it down by the camp because I'm hungry. So he struts off down to the back to
now we got to walk all the way back.
walk all the way back. It's a scene again.
Everyone watching this is just watching us walk back and forth. Everyone on the stream is just
my kind of movie now.
They're watching back. Yeah.
You're looking at a fan of Roy Anderson films.
I don't even know a Roy Anderson film off the top of my head.
Swedish existentialism. One shot, every scene, one shot, people being sad, one guy walking one way. I love this stuff. Which
one of us is sad? The audience.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So we go back. Let's go back to the house.
He's making dinner. He's made like something with potatoes and stuff, you know. So you're sitting there with this leaf. What would you like to do while he's making dinner?
By the way, I don't know if everyone remembers from last episode that Horkhauser pooped off the side of the flying island for 2 straight days before someone told him there was a bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Identify as a ritual, so I don't use the spell slot.
All right. Yeah.
He's
go
making
for it.
dinner. EOS webcam utility. Yes, webcam utility.
That's right.
Yeah, your camera did that again. It's every time you look. Don't look down. Yeah, it's like a weeping angel from Doctor Who. Don't do it. Every time you look down, your camera just goes to EOS webcam utility, and then it gets a little bit closer. And then if it touches you, it kills you. The end.
What?
Yeah.
I thought the angels were just like they'd hang out with you.
No, they don't. Actually, they send you. What they do is they send you back in time and eat all your potential energy.
That's right. And then you're sad because you're like, oh, I don't live here.
Oh no, I'm stuck in the past, and I'm not rich enough to buy Microsoft stock.
I didn't bring an almanac with me. Damn it!
Son of a bitch! Now I get it. Now there's no telephones, and I gotta poop in an outhouse.
I hear Bruce.
Bruce the cat is here, and he's upset about something. I think he just wants. I don't know what he wants, but when Bruce wants something, he makes it known. But what he doesn't make known is what he wants. Just that he wants something. Right. All right, I'm gonna cast. Yes, Bruce. I will feed you when it's time, but not before. You understand time, right? You're a cat.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Anyway, everyone at home is going to think I'm abusing my cat, which is just not. This is not true. By the way, best in the worst in our chat room suggested that we need a webcam turns off song. When the webcam turns off, we need a song for that too.
That's a good idea.
We'd be playing that song a lot, though.
It would be every 30 minutes.
Yeah, so we should.
Literally every 30 minutes.
All right. Anyway, casting Identify. Identify, so we know what's going on here.
Okay, so you put the leaf on the table, and you cast the spell. The leaf starts to float in the air. Now, usually what happens when you cast these spells, a little like magical scroll comes out like a teletype and gives you like a little sheet. But this one, you hear a voice in your head, far away and mystical, a woman's voice, and it says, "Shadows on the water. Make this leaf set sail. There is too much sun all the time. Take this to the shallows in sea, river, or pale, and know what is real and sublime." And when that finishes, the leaf falls back down, and you feel like, I need to keep this leaf with me tonight.
All right, I'm going to keep this leaf with me tonight.
Right.
Huh. Because, part of me is like, let's go to the shallows right now. Let's do it. Go to the shallows. Let's do it. Another part of me thinks that maybe this is a dream leaf. And then another part of me is like, God, I would hate, for the audience to just watch us have to watch Horkhauser sleep. Because that doesn't sound like fun. It doesn't sound like a fun show.
That's all you get for now. But then dinner is served, and then you sit down with Jeff.
All right.
And you guys, you have your meal and everything. And so Jeff asked you, "Did you find anything with that leaf?" Did it?
Said, yeah, it read this like Sylvia Plath poem to me, and
Very nice.
yeah, it was nice, and not as depressing as most of them. And I don't think the leaf is going to commit suicide.
I'm more of a Shel Silverstein person, but
yeah, I can see that in you.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, Sidewalk Ends. That's a great book. Yeah.
There we go.
But the leaf, not a Shel Silverstein leaf, I don't think.
Oh.
That said, I feel like I need to take this tonight, and I recite what I remember of the poem to him, which is probably.
Well, he's like, we got until morning before we find out if we have to get off this island or not. So if you want to go down to the river again, I guess.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go down to the shallows. You want to come with me in case I get attacked by, I don't know, bees?
I got some stuff to do here. I got to take care of these bodies. There's a ritual I got to do when a muttyn troll dies. So you go ahead. And
all right.
Yeah, that'll be fine. And scream. You're good at screaming, right?
Yeah, I'm good at
I
screaming.
mean, it shouldn't be anything bad.
No, shouldn't be anything bad. Yep. All right. Well, Herkhauser goes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
I'm kidding. I'll go with you.
Oh no, you can stay. You can stay. I'm totally cool.
He just throws you over his shoulder and he carries you.
No, you can stay. You got work to do. I know. I feel bad. No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. We go down to the river, and I place the leaf in the shallows.
Yeah.
And
as you approach the river, you hear that voice again from the not the one that's just contacted you psychically. You hear the one of the Freda Corwinda, the
Freda Corwinda.
And she says, "Judgment is past, for it is after. It is the morning. It's like 12:01.
That's not really God. Yeah. This is a clock watching mushroom god.
Yeah.
Great.
Says, I judge you unworthy, and you must leave. And you hear like that sound again of the tree.
Don't make me eat one of your trees, dude. Seriously.
And Jeff looks just, look, I really screwed this stuff up, so I'll take care of this. And he wades across the river into the forest on his own.
All right, so it's just me and the leaf, and I say to the god, the mushroom goddess, didn't have to play out like this. Come on, cut us some slack, for crying out loud. All right, whatevs. We're not trying to make trouble, but all right, fine, whatever. You know what? Don't hate the player, hate the game. And he rants like that for about a good like minute and a half of just random, just sort of, there's not even platitudes, and I don't know what those are, but just, and then he goes after the leaf. Then he's going to put the leaf in the water.
Okay, as you place the leaf into the water, it starts to glow much brighter than it did before. And the spell that was letting you see the aura, magical auras, had actually gone away at that point, but now it's starting to glow as you approach the river with it. And as you put it into the river, you hear Jeff go, well, it's much worse than I thought. Wait! And he's running towards you. He's running out of the bushes like that scene in Readers of the Lost Ark when he's
yeah. Okay.
Just as he's running towards you, everything goes black.
Jeff, get in the boat! Oh shit!
Yeah, as you place the boat on the water, your world flips, and suddenly you find yourself alone in a dark tunnel. And you are on the leaf boat, as if it were a full-size boat.
Ooh.
And the tunnel is fully dark. It's rather Pirates of the Caribbean ride sort of appeal to it, except that the ceiling is covered in vines and looks like glow bugs or tiny fairy folk, sort of glowing, hanging in long vines. And there's a long tunnel. There seems to be You seem to have come up the entrance of a tunnel.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing behind you but vines and some sort of cavern structure. And ahead of you is the long tunnel leading off into darkness and a little bit of glowing light in the distance. And that's our cliffhanger.
What? That's our cliffhanger, but it's only been an hour and 10 minutes.
Has it? We're at 5:40.
Oh. We started at 4:30. That's an hour and 10 minutes.
But we always leave at 5:40.
Oh.
5:45.
Okay. We'll stall after this. I guess that is a cliffhanger. Wow. We hung the cliff sooner than I thought, but wow. Okay, so Horkhauser is now in the Pirates of the Caribbean. Headed is the pirate singing in the background? Dead men tell no tales.
Well, actually, as you are we'll extend it just a little bit after cliffhanger here.
All right, so Marcus, get ready with the second sting.
Right,
we're gonna need it. Yeah.
So you're slowly going down, being propelled automatically, just like in the Pirates of the Caribbean, on this boat down this long tunnel. And as you get closer to what you think is the exit, you hear a roar in the distance, and you hear this voice echo from this chamber that says, "Slender hack need blood.
Uh-oh.
Slender hack feel new presence."
Cliffhanger music.
And wait.
Uh-oh. Oh, damn. All right, get the first one ready again.
There's a pause, and then you hear another voice say, "Paddlewhack will have the blood. Slenderwhack not worthy." And then in the distance, another echo. You hear a female voice say, "Slenderwhack, Paddlewhack. No, it is Mindy who will have it." No, sorry, Mindy. It was Mindy who will have it. Blood for Mindy. Blood take all. That's it. Now you can do your cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger?
Yeah.
Well. Looks like Horkhauser's headed down the dark ride to danger. Thank you.
That was quite a swagger right there.
Yeah, well. Should we find a way to cliffhang this again? Oh no, I can't find my keys! Ah! Oh god, whoa. All right, it just doesn't stop.
You gotta order a pizza? No, they're all closed.
What? No! Sure, well, that's okay. I'll just order Chinese on my Grubhub. Oh no, my account's been canceled!
Better call the bank and fix that. Oh no, the bank was destroyed in nuclear warfare.
No! Well, you've been listening to One Man Murder Maze, or watching, or whatever. Or have you?
Marcus is drunk with power now.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. Thank you, everyone, for... I'm afraid to say anything now, by the way. I am afraid to say absolutely anything because it might hang a cliff at any moment.
And you guys can go to our new Twitter feed, Murder Maze Pod, all one word.
Yep, Twitter at Murder Maze Pod, and subscribe, and you can learn all about our Twitterish. You can get our
it has links to our website and all that other stuff.
Yep. And I would also encourage everybody. I don't think this link might not be in there, but check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/onemanmurdermaze, and go subscribe. We don't talk about our YouTube channel much, but all our videos there. And if you like us, go subscribe, because here's the thing: there's so many damn platforms now. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on
for the audio,
Stitcher.
we're on Apple. If you want to hear this just with your sound ears.
We restream this show on the One Man Murder Maze Twitch page every Sunday, the Sunday before the new show. So you can check that out. But everywhere you go, there's just all kinds of stuff to promote media. So if you go to our YouTube page, just subscribe, because we never talk about it, and so nobody's on there. But we like to have, the more subscribers we get, then we can finally advertise on it. And then also go to our Apple Podcast page, or Stitcher, and leave us a 5-star review, even if you think we're only worth 4.5 stars. But leave a 5-star review, because that counts. And it bothers me. We live in a world where there's so many damn platforms that we have to like throw
I know.
all
I'm
this
sorry.
stuff out to.
I'll try to fix it.
Yeah, Rikki will simplify media very shortly. And also, if you like this, you can go to our paypal.me. Our tip jar is at paypal.me/one-man-murder-maze. You know, which is us passing the hat after the Ren Fair show. Oh yes, and by the way, the Nightbot, Marcus is posting our links up there in the chat. I don't know, the usual stuff. Rikki, what else you got? What should I be saying? What should you be
Marcus,
saying?
Marcus, why don't you just end us on our drink theme?
Let's have a drink.
Every time you play that theme, a horse gets its wings. Thanks. Good night, everyone, and thank you. Dead horses.
This has been One Man Murder Maze with Rikki Simons and Eric Trueheart. If you enjoyed the show, hey, please tip your maze masters for maze maintenance at paypal.me/one-man-murder-maze. Our audio podcast is available on Apple and Stitcher. Our videos are on twitch.tv/one-man-murder-maze and also on YouTube. Just search for One Man Murder Maze. Our website is guess1manmurdermaze.com.